Hi, my name is Ian Stewart and I am a Power BI and data visualization specialist at Altis Consulting. And today I'm here to talk to you about the Altis Power BI template and what it can do for you. I'm firstly going to talk about why we should consider using a template, and then I'm going to drop into a demonstration of a report that we have built using the template and then show you exactly how you would use the template from scratch. And finally, I'm going to wrap up with what is included in the Altis Power BI template package. So if we are in the business of building reports or dashboards, or we manage those that do, we're probably interested in a number of things, not least of how fast we can develop our reports. We probably also want them to be consistent in the way that they look and feel, so that our audience get familiar with things. They know where the help button is, for example, and they get very used to how the reports are going to look and feel. We'd like them to be of high quality, and they should also conform to data visualization best practice, so laid out in a logical way, and best use of charts, good use of colour, these sorts of things. The good news is that the Altis Power BI template has all of these things baked in and more. So let me show you. Again, I'm going to show you a report that we built using the template and then how to use the template. So this is one we prepared earlier. Female versus male enrolments in UK higher education by subject area. And obviously I've just read that from the title. The title is at the top and to the left of the report, and research has shown that that's where our eyes will go first when we look at a report or a web page, all things being equal. So it's a very good idea to have our title up there, which gives context to the whole page. And then we've got two more things going on in the title. Firstly, we've called out the legend. So female is blue, male is orange, and we've been consistent across the report with that. And as long as we remain consistent and we use colour minimally, we don't need to use a legend on the page again. So that cuts down on a lot of clutter. The title is also dynamic, so you can see at the moment it's saying for all years here on the right, but if I click on a particular year, you'll see that that title updates accordingly to show what year we've selected. To the right of the title are a couple of buttons. First of all, an information button, which if I click it brings up an information panel showing who the report author is, when the data was last refreshed, and when the data came from. Similarly, we have a help button here, which if I click it brings up a translucent help overlay showing us what the different elements are on this report and how to use it. And clicking anywhere we can make that go away. It's a very good idea to surface help on demand, because we probably want to look at it the first time we use a report and then perhaps periodically thereafter, but we don't need static help text all the time on the canvas littering the report. So in a similar way, we've made help available on each visual, and if I hover over the visual, you'll see the little help icon, a little question mark at the top of each visual, that will bring up help that is pertinent just to that visual. So on top of this, we have some examples of best practice visuals going on here. So it's mostly bar charts. If we want to convey a difference in quantity, then bar charts are by far the best way of doing it. And on the left we have 100% stacked bar charts, which are a good way of showing a difference in distribution across categories or groups in this case. Then in the middle we have a data table but we don't just rely on numbers in a table, because that is cognitive overload. Rather, we've used data bars, which makes it much simpler to see where the outliers are. And we've also used these red dots. What are the red dots? Well, again, we can go back to our help overlay. That would tell us in there what the red dots are all about. But also in the custom tooltip here, as well as giving us more information about a particular row, it's telling us that the red dot there signifies underlying female decline. Also, this tooltip is dynamic, of course. If I just move to other subjects, you'll see it updating as I go down, and you'll see that we are also invited to drill through for more detail on year growth. So I can do exactly that, right click and drill through to the subject drill down, and there we can see when we've gone down to a different level of subjects underneath creative arts and design, we can see some negative female year growth, as well as some good positive female year percentages as well. Back button here to take us back to the top level. So that's a straightforward report, very clear report, I hope you agree, built using the template. So let me show you how you go about using the template. So I'm going to go across to Windows Explorer to start with and show you some of the things that come packaged with the template. So first of all, there's the template file itself, a Power BI template file, PBIT file, and then there is the theme file, which is included within the template, but we supply it separately because we will help you to tailor this to your own corporate colors and standards, and then bring it into the template file, bring it into your template file. We also ship the template with a date table in the form of a comma separated values file and a guidance manual, and you're free to update this guidance manual and use it as part of your own internal processes. So to invoke the template, we simply double click it, and when we do double click it, that will bring up Power BI. And the first thing that happens when Power BI fires up is I will be asked to enter a couple of parameter values. So the template, when it renders, you'll see it's a collection of best practice objects, visuals and other objects that you can tailor to your specific needs. Take what you need, add other things, and definitely you'll be wanting to change things like the colors to match your corporate standards. So here we are, I'm asked for the author of the report, so that's me, and the path to the date file, which in my case is CPBIT, C:\PBIT, and then I can press load to bring in the data. This will be quite fast because there is very little data. There's just that date dimension and some metadata tables. And when the data has loaded, we will start to see objects being rendered on the canvas. There we go. Also notice in the title bar, this is an untitled Power BI desktop file. So once it's loaded, one of the first things we'll want to do is save it. So the PBIT file creates a PBIX file that we can save as my report or whatever we like. The next thing that we will definitely need to do is to bring in our own data. We've shipped this with minimal data, just the date dimension. You may even have your own date dimension, so you can delete ours, but you'll definitely want to bring in data, your data from your source systems, so that you can start building visuals on top of that. So you can see here we do have a collection of visuals on the canvas. We've got lots of pages down here, and these visuals are here for you to pick and choose from, move around, alter according to your needs and the story that you need to tell. But there's a few things that you probably want to keep quite similar to this. So again, we've got that title top left, and we've got a subtitle there as well. And the title is dynamic, as it was in the example. So if I click on a year, it will update to show that particular year. We can also see the subtitle there has got an example of calling out the legend. So random measure 1 is dark grey and random measure 2 is light grey. And then we have our information panel built in, showing me as the report author now. And also we have our help overlay built in as well. Similarly, on each visual we have help available for that particular visual, either standard visual header tooltips here or custom ones like this that we can format or even put images in. We have a custom tooltip going on this particular visual, so I can see more detail about months, and we also have a drill through available from here as well. You can see more detail on that particular month. Back button to take us to the top. And here you can see on this page that we do have example best practice visuals, so column chart, nice and clean, as well as the line chart. And we've got an example here of a table using data bars and icons. So these are custom icons that we've built into our theme file. So red dot for bad, a hollow red dot for half bad or amber if you like, and we've also got a grey dot and a blue dot if you wanted those. We've then got some examples here of KPIs, clearly calling out whether we've met a target or not, and we've grouped these together with this scatter plot to show that these KPIs relate to the scatter plot, and then a very simple bar chart. Further pages to be used, and we also have our drill through pages and tooltip pages built here as well. Also notice on the right here we have our date dimension, dim date, and if I expand that you can see it's got quite a lot of columns in, so we can slice and dice by different attributes such as financial year attributes here. We also have some measures built into the template, such as our report title, for example. And if I click on it, you'll see the code here, and I can just alter that code by just double clicking into it and calling it my report. Hit enter, and when the twirly thing has done its business and I click elsewhere, we should see that the title has updated to my report. So that's the template and what I wanted to show you. And just to summarize on these benefits again, I hope you've got a good feel for the amount of time this can save you. Lots of the things I showed you are non-trivial to create. They would take quite a while, and you need a good level of expertise to be able to do some of them. And this can literally shave days off each and every report development. By default, your reports are going to start out looking consistent. The help button is going to be in the same place, the title is going to be in the same place, the colours are going to be the same. So your report writers would actually have to go out of their way to make them inconsistent. They are high quality. We've used some very good techniques in here, such as surfacing help on demand and custom tooltips and drill through, so we can scan the big picture and drill to detail. And similarly, we have conformed to data visualization best practice by providing example best practice chart types, putting our title top left, and laying things out in a logical manner. So what is included in the Altis Power BI template package? Well, no surprises, the Altis Power BI report template file is there, but also are the two of the things that go up to making that template file, the theme file, which is a JSON file, and we also include our date dimension as a comma separated values file as well, if you want to use that. There's then accompanying documentation, so the guidance manual, which you can take and update so it becomes part of your internal processes. And we also provide a how-to video, which again you can mimic and use as part of your own internal collateral. Also, we provide 5 days consulting to help you to tailor the Power BI theme to your corporate standards and preferences, and then to adapt the template to your needs, and finally to help you build your first best practice Power BI reports using your shiny new template. So that's all I wanted to cover. I hope that's given you a flavour of what the Altis Power BI template can do for you. If you've got any more questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch. Thank you for watching.